Justin Snaith with heaps of runners on Saturday at Hollywood Bets Dermaville. Standalone, so very important that we get the comments. Justin, thank you so much. 2 runners on the first race. Start with Kubu, a daughter of Futura for main chance. What are you expecting on debut?
She'll probably need her first outing.
And then number 10, Hazel Green, went very, very close last time. Draw a bit of a problem, but is she ready to win?
Yeah, I think this is a 12.50. Yeah, so the worst distance over the last little bit that we've been here at Durbanville is certainly the 12.50. So yes, should overcome the draw. Yes, ready to win. But as I said, this is the one distance you do not want to be drawn wide. So she will have to be better than most of the runners in the race to win.
Then 3 runners in race 2, all lively chances. Triple Time back from a break. How's he doing?
Well, look, I've made no qualms that it's very hard to get Gallop. So this will be a race to bring him on. I just haven't been able to get him on the grass, so this will be a race but I've got him quite fit at home. As you saw with Steadfast, he came back from over a year layoff. One thing about Futura Park where we train on the sand, we've become reliant on sand here in the Cape, so I do get them quite fit at home, and you know, probably if you're going to go wide, stick him in. I think he's always been the best stay in the country, just had no luck.
Magic Verse, such a tough horse, also back from a break?
Yes, this is a horse that I have kept quite fit since his last run. I didn't really give him a break. I thought he hadn't had a lot of racing, so certainly a horse could be the one that they all got to look out for here in this race.
And Underworld had the most incredible KZN Champion season. Did you expect that type of season to go close in those races?
You know, no. But when I went back to go look at his career, he was always that horse that was that fighter. I took him to the Eastern Cape, they moved the racing to Polly, he still won. He's that horse. There is quite a big offer on the table at the moment, and as you know, Snaith Racing, we never shy to sell a horse if it's going to the right place and for the right amount. So we'll see what happens between now and the weekend. But doing well at home, certainly the one that is a great additive to our race here.
Then on to race 3, 2 runners. Christine's Princess, number 5 on the card. Any improvements expected?
Yes. No luck on debut. She was a filly, as I said, I never got to put her on the grass much. But everything went out. As she came out the gate, some horse T-boned her a bit. Then she was out of her ground, and then she wasn't relaxing. Here she's got a bit of a draw. You can expect an improvement here, yes.
And debutant number 10, 8 Misbehaving, makes some appeal and pedigree?
Yeah, I think cracked a little bit of a bad draw, so we'll rather give her a chance, see how she runs on. She is bred for further.
Then 2 runners into race number 4. Let's start with number 6, Without Remorse, obviously very well related to Without Question.
Correct. She will run better. I just think she may need one more, but certainly don't leave her out of the quartets and trifectas. She's looking so well. When you see her here, she just dappled head to toe. So if it's not a strong field, I would include in most things.
And is number 11, Red Light Lane, in the same boat?
Exactly. Also a horse for the punters to keep an eye on, is going to make some improvement as she goes. Certainly a filly is not going to be a maiden for long.
With 3 runners in race 5, draw 1, 2 and 11. Let's start with number 1, Smarten Up, well bred. Good improvement from run 1 to run 2, more expected?
Yes, and should do it again, should improve a little bit into the money. I do think there's maybe 1 or 2 horses here that are very strong and ready to win, which is one of mine, but I do think that he's getting there.
Did I see Spooks last time under pressure? I like what I saw on debut, although well beaten, he'll come on.
Correct. Also, maybe 1 more and a little bit over further. Very good looking horse. So I've got one here that really stands out, and then I've got horses that will probably come on with a run. So it's a great way to mix it up a little bit here. I get the advantage of the horses having a good education, and the punters can probably follow them next time.
So is Green Choice hard to beat?
It should be very hard to beat. Wow. I didn't like that he raced so hard last time, so I've got Aldo to maybe give him a little bit of a chance. Also, to overcome the draw, it's going to be very interesting. As I said, from this distance, it shouldn't be a problem. I haven't seen the strength of the field, but he is a horse that I'll be very surprised if he doesn't win here.
Then on to race 6, 1 runner, Nice Filly, Lowfelt Lily.
Very much so. I was caught in catch 22. I'm trying to have horses ready for the first feature, the fillies features. It's not always easy, so I'm going different routes with some of the fillies. Some will maybe get a gallop here on the 22nd into the first feature of the season. This will be her run into that if she's good enough, but very strong field, all older horses. We're out at the weights, but that has never bothered me before. She's out of the weights because she hasn't raced enough. She'll be as good as any of those horses in the race, and this is certainly a race to bring her on for what might be a feature career.
Let's talk about your 3 in race 7. Gets impressed. He can do anything. He'd be really good or really bad.
He's come right, yeah. I mean, he's doing very well, but he can be his worst enemy in a race. But I think he cracked a draw. No, then you've got to respect him. You've got to go into everything.
Then number 7, Royal Aussie. What a win in PE last time over 1,200 meters.
No, he's insane. He's a horse that will live out his life with us. He's just been the most special horse to the owners. We're racing him a little bit for the summer, and then he will be retired. Whether he stays with me or one of the owners, take him to a beautiful farm at Val de Vie or something. The one thing's for certain, he will be living a good life for as long as he's breathing.
And then number 9, Let's It Be Said, deep draw, but with his gate speed, it's probably not the worst option.
Yeah, but to be honest, worst draw he could ever possibly have, because we are trying to teach him to settle, and now you're drawn wide, so you're either going to have to take your poison and go to the back of the field, or we're going to be going 100 miles an hour around the front. So we'll work out what he's capable of. I've put earmuffs on, even with a bit of cotton wool in them. We're trying to find out if some of these horses are running, and when the other horses are running around them, they're panicking and just going too quick. So a lot's going into trying to get him back to where he was, but at the moment he's a complete and utter tearaway. I'm hoping we can resolve this before we head to Kenilworth.
I'm sure you will, from the Snaith yard. Then on to 2 runners in race 8, drawn 3 and 4, Arbitration. Nice horse there. Has he under-delivered a little bit?
Yes. He hasn't quite matured into, he just never grew much. He's like a horse I got, Prince of Egypt. They can't all be brilliant from Vercingetorix, and this is a horse this is a race to maybe show us where he is, because it's very competitive. There are a lot of nice horses in this race. Maybe when the season quietens down, he's a horse that you can then follow.
And how pleased were you to get Mensa Manu back in the number 1 box?
Very much so. It's been a long road. He's carrying quite 61.5 here, but he's very well at home and can come out firing again. He is that type of horse that when the horse has a wind operation, they do tend to come through the divisions a bit. So he is that horse.
And then 3 runners in the last, number 5, Lomu, looks ready to get off the conveyor belt.
Yeah, but I've always, 60 kilos? Is he that type of horse that should be carrying 60 kilos in a handicap? Not for me. I think he's an all right maiden. I don't think he's shown trot like I'd imagine Green Choice carrying 60 in an open maiden. So yes, he's got a winning chance, but off that weight, there might be something with 53 kilos that's going to give him a go. To be honest, I think this will be the last run in the open maiden, so I might as well run him in a maiden race than give weight to everybody. So let's hopefully he can win a race soon, otherwise back into normal maidens.
Diogenes looks like he's coming to hand.
Yes, that's one you've got to keep an eye on. His work at hope, he's just very, very immature. And he will mature. I just hope that he starts showing form before he's on the online sale or something like that. So this is, for me, this is that race where he should be in the firing line.
And what about Daniel?
Daniel, unfortunately, last time choked up. We have sorted out at home. He has a weight advantage. I think he drew a bit wide. That puts pay to, it just makes it harder for him. Work at home's good, but as I said last time, choked up. We've got to keep an eye on that.
Thank you. Looking forward to Saturday.
Going to be a busy day. Thank you.